Shalom, shalom. Yabashim Shabbatah. Let's see. As I slip on my lime water and ice. I want to show something. Watch this, y'all. Let's see how smitten Esau is. Can you get the remote control? Turn the screen. What? Turn it off? No. He's going to. The water for y'all tuning in. Who's tuning in right now? The water. I just want to play something back real quick. Sorry about that. I was just watching something this morning. Oh, right here. All right, where's my volume? Give me a second.
What happens with this man and female? Let's go get a quick trip.
Watch this. Watch this.
So somebody pulled up to the quick trip and they saw some people getting into it. I want you to see exactly what happens with this man and female that's going to get a quick trip.
For 5 minutes, and this is what you see. Wait for it.
Oh, with the white trip? And she just steps in like a freaking man and started yelling at him and telling him, get in the car now. I mean, I'm like, man, I said, this chick here is just off the charts with her manliness. You know it was a beta male in that household. Because listen, if there was a woman, feminine woman, she'd have walked up and said, hey, come on, I get into anything, let's go back to the car, just let it go. But like that's what feminine women would do. That's what you saw in that video. I mean, I know she run over him, she run the house. If they got kids, she run everything. He just sitting up there probably quiet. But notice that he didn't give her no pushback. He didn't say nothing at all, but hey, stay out of this situation between me and this other dude. None of that. He just got himself in the car and sat down like she was his mom. Like, boy, some of these guys today, I know the brother was like real? You know what I'm saying? And that's why that is so ugly. That's an ugly thing to watch a manly female. Oh, it's ugly. That's why I told you brothers that when you go after women, you go after the women that are extremely feminine. Go after them. Anyone that shows masculinity like that, no. You need a woman that's going to be feminine in every sense of the word. I mean, you have a feminine woman, you're a masculine man, it works very well. Children need that balance in a household. They need to see the masculine man and the feminine woman come together. It's beauty in.
Let me stop there real quick. All right. I gotta do something I haven't did yet. Dun, 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 dun. You find it, Bond? What is it? Okay, let's go back to this real quick. And this is just what I want to show. All right, because they show Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women we argue amongst ourselves all the time on social media. They show it all the time, right? Now, being that they show it all the time, is much more of a it pushes a lot of negative stereotypes, and it pushes a lot of things that are going on within our community or our tribes that's separate. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing I like about this brother right here. All right, he's from the South, as you can tell. I don't. His name is Philip Scott, the Philip Scott Show, and he's always going in on a lot of things, especially Karen. This is Karen. He's always going in on Karen, showing you how much of a beast she is. Karen is a damn beast. We got to understand that Karen is a damn beast. Okay, let's watch this again. Now let's watch this beast in action.
Oh, but hey, they had this situation between me and this other dude. Nothing. He who's the beta male in that household because man, I said this chick here is just on charge with her manliness. You know who's the beta male in that household because listen, there's a woman,
and he acts so hard, but he's a rough rat to his woman in the household. This is crazy as hell. Now, this is what y'all got. Y'all got to start bringing it out on these white boys. Like, man, you're effeminate, bro. You're feminine. You're the type of man that'll let your woman rule over you, and it shows. And if they say, well, prove it. Well, we can go to this video. We can go amongst others, but they women rule over them. They're like a little kitty cats in a corner, playing in their little houses. That's how these white boys are. These women act like this to these white boys all the time, but they come over here and talk about us.
feminine woman, she'd have walked up and said, "Hey, come on, let's not get into anything,
Let me start.
Look,
Here we go.
TV for 5 minutes, and this is what we see. Wait for it. Nice.
So you got two men getting into it for whatever the reason, and she just steps in.
You see that beast?
Man, and started yelling at him and telling him, get in the car now. I mean, I'm like, man, I said, this chick here is just off the charts with her manliness. You know who's the beta male in that household. Because listen, if there was a woman, feminine woman, she'd have walked up and said, hey, come on, let's not get into anything, let's go back to the car, just let it go. Like that's what feminine women would do. That's what you saw in that video. I mean, I know she run over him, she run the house. If they got kids, she run everything. He just sitting up there probably quiet. But notice that he didn't give her no pushback. He didn't say nothing at all but, hey, stay out of this situation between me and this other dude. None of that. He just got himself in the car and sat down like she was his mom. Like, boy, some of these guys today, I know the brother was like, for real? You know what I'm saying? And that's why that is so ugly. That's an ugly thing to watch a male and female. Oh, it's ugly. That's why I told you brothers that when you go after women, you go after the women that are extremely feminine. Go after them. Anyone that shows masculinity like that, no. You need a woman that's gonna be feminine.
I just had to show that. I just had to show that. That was crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It was expected from Shesaw. Shesaw is a damn animal. Shesaw is a straight up animal, man. And that's how she acts. That's how she presents herself at all times. And I just had to show that, man. What else I want to show? So real quick before we start, new moons when? New moon is on the 9th. Blowing of the trumpets is on September 5th. All right, come get the milk. All right. I'll say it again. New moon this month is on the 9th. Blowing of the trumpet is September 9th, September 5th. All right. Again, come get the milk. All right. So remember that. Mark that down. New moon. All right. Let me find something else I wanted to point out. Okay. What we're gonna do is oh yeah. First, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be going in to the Torah, the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 1 to chapter 15, verse 41. And then we're going to go into the prophets, into the book of Joshua, as after the book of Deuteronomy, into chapter 2, starting at verse 1, reading to verse 24. And then we're heading to the gospel to read Matthew chapter 10, verse 1 to 14. All right? So we're going to do today. It's going to be a good one. Through the Spirit, hope we edify you all and build with you as we talk. And if I want to speak on something else too. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Bitcoin, the best money we've ever had. With a different cut.
So let's check this out. Have y'all seen this yet?
And this get very, very interesting back and forth with our brother Charleston White. And if you know who Charleston White is, I remember the first time I saw Charleston White years ago. Charleston on Facebook every day, on the way showed me Charleston actually comes across very quick. And he told me, man, look, he get a platform, we gonna take off. And he had told me at the time, man, you gotta figure out a way to Charleston on. Now I didn't have this particular account at the time. So that new account was the first Charleston come on. That audience over there, that's already molded. I'm not going to try to penetrate, that audience like that. So I told him this other day we talked about Charleston. I was like, you know what, man, I'm probably gonna have to take Charleston on. He worked it out a bit. He got a great look, Charleston. But Charleston with the Say Cheese. Shout out to Say Cheese, Sean Cotton, shout out to him. The Texas president, glad the brother well now. That brother's definitely a better alternative than glad.
I want to bring this out first. This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. And this is the Most High speaking. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Now, the affliction that they put on us is they're trying to beat us. That's one. They're at ease. That's next door. They're at ease. It's the way they acted. They're acting like nothing's going to happen to them. And amongst many different ways, they're at ease in the way our people are not putting them on a chopping block for the things that they do. And they think they're going to get away with everything. Now, watch how at ease these heathens are amongst a brother. I mean, some of the stuff that he be saying, it's all right. I haven't really listened to all of his content, but, for what it's worth, the brother is in the hood and he is doing things. So let's just see what happens.
Well, Charleston had brought up a legitimate point about started talking about Johnny Dang. Now, if you don't know what Johnny Dang is here in the Houston, and Johnny Dang is a jeweler, and a lot of rappers go over to Johnny Dang and be buying jewelry from him, and he's so tied in with a lot of these rappers in hip hop. Johnny Dang is comfortable like a lot of other people get real comfortable like my best with him, right? And he got some old stuff in his diving samples that feel like it's okay for these other groups to be calling us the N-word. Now, my position on the N-word, I don't like it even when other black people. But if somebody gonna use it, if they're gonna use it, that's something that a black people need to discuss among ourselves. But these other groups, we can't go to other groups and use language like that. Basically, use a story about them, right? It's not acceptable. So Charleston was starting to address all of that and say how basically he was talking about Johnny Dang, really, and his community, like they don't give nothing back to the black community. And I want you to hear what Charleston says. Now, the crazy part is, I didn't even know they had Asian Crips. That's a
Hey, I was just talking to this one sister about this. Who was I talking to about this too? 3 members not were you with me? I was talking to about Asians, saying they Bloods or Crips. Okay, I remember. Give me a bit.
Crip thing. So the Asian Crip response. I can't look at Asian Crip thing. And then after that, I will play another short clip of Charleston responding back to them. They really made the points for them. Let's play those clips.
Get a pass, right? And I ain't seen on your post, but some people say, oh, that's Johnny Dang, get a pass. I don't get a pass, and I don't. I'm nigga. Nigga, we killed the white boy and stood over it. We've done white people bad all my life. Nigga, we ain't never done black people bad. He get a pass when y'all go against the people because I got fixed on my show. Johnny Dang, and now another Chinese fuck ain't never done nothing for us home. They didn't cry when the real life died.
Brother, telling the truth. He telling the truth. How in the can this over here get a pass, but we not get a pass? I'm just saying. Make this make sense. Let's go.
Stand up to fight, right? Nigga, even from the time they was putting the railroad in the Pacific, one of them had Burlington Northern on the side. The Burlington Northern, the Asian was in the Pacific trying to race them chemicals. But even in our stores, nigga, our kids can't go in their stores and just shop and leave your backpack at the door. You know, come in here. Nigga, they do our kids bad. And they sell stale candy, outdated food to our people. And they would kill our children behind this stale candy. Expired children. They shot Latasha Harlan in the head. We still ain't done nothing about that. They get a pass, and somebody do something else, and within 1 year of a presidency, got all kind of laws and that 1-800 nigga bad niggas think all this stuff, y'all. They ain't never spoke one time for it.
Recently, China Mac, been getting into it. She's talking with Barber, Charleston White.
Who? Charleston White?
Charleston White.
The one that was speaking? Yeah. Now we about to see the 185 mob or whatever. Chinese Crips. Okay? Now we about to see the Chinese Crips. Let's see. Let's see what they got to say.
And, he been saying a lot of racist things, towards the Asian. Just, things that are, wouldn't rub so well, How y'all feel about that?
Seriously? That one. Charles, stereotype on the bus. You know what I mean?
So,
Nigga, I'm all the way with China Man, man. China Pro, for what he believes in, you know what I mean? It ain't even about the color, race, all that, you know what I mean? He wasn't people, but he grew up lost, you know what I mean? Like that nigga Tarzan White, right? I don't even know, bro, man. This nigga got a white shirt on with black prints and white boy. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, what's going on? You know what I mean? He real Trump supporter, you know what I mean? Like,
TK here, and I'm going to share with you 6 secrets on why you should break into cybersecurity. It is the
oh man, that got me started, man.
So, okay, cool. Cool term. Man, these motherfucking gooks, man, you know what I'm saying? They crazy. The motherfuckers, these gooks, boy, they something else, huh? You see what I'm saying? Now, when you start pushing it out there like that, let's see how the other side feels. That's how it is. And I've been saying that. I done said it. All the brothers like, hey, once you start making a derogatory term of the other side, a more acceptable term, let's see how it feels. When the shoe's on the other foot. And if you don't like it, oh fucking well, we just gonna have to do something about it. Because if you want to use a term that some people are uncomfortable with and don't want nobody else using it, let's see how it feels when it's put on the other foot. I'm just saying. The only way to find out is you do it.
Look, man, never been a day in our comfort and our friends, man. I don't know how he grew up. I don't know how he grew up, you know what I mean? We grew up around niggas, we grew up around all type of niggas, all type of colors. We all talk the same. You know what I mean?
Anybody want to speak on that? Because I believe he grew up Chinese around us. You didn't grow up a nigga.
you grew up eating rice.
You grew up in your house and your parents. Hey, hold on. They all got chains. How many niggas out here got chains? Hold on. You put that snicker bar for my son to get him gold chains who look like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I didn't grow up with no piece of chain like that, man. I didn't grow up on a whatever nice car that he was on. So you didn't grow up like me. You just grew up around me. And you liked my culture. It's very destructive. See how destructive our culture is? Look at it. See how destructive it is? It's fucking destructive. It's destructive, bro. I could point out 19 different things how our culture is so destructive. And they think it's so nice. And then when we step back and like, hold up, man, this stuff is not right. I ain't finna do this. And then everybody on the other side is just still trying to do it. You're like, man, bro, you stupid. I got out of that. And you still do that. I don't see how you think it's cool. It's like, you're Chinese. You have a whole damn culture and a language. You have a language. Y'all have little monkey holidays and crap and fish holidays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Different Chinese of the calendar, little zodiac sign shit. Y'all got culture and language. Like, why you want this? Why do you want this? You know?
All fucking trenches out here talking like North California. It's sad. We all talk like this. What's wrong with you? Got brothers out here, nigga.
No, you don't.
Man.
Where is his brothers? Beside him.
In lockup.
Beside him. His brothers are beside him right now. The gooks. Just saying. Hey, and I can say gook because I grew up around him. I can say gook. I can say chink. I can say that. We grew up around each other, man. I know a lot of fucking gooks and chinks. You know what? They'll look at me all fucking crazy. I grew up around y'all. See, I'm doing the same thing that they doing. So it's like, hold on. Now you see how fucking retarded that is?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to make it an acceptable terminology. It's going to make it acceptable now. If we made it acceptable for people to say nigga and negro, let's turn it around. Let's see how everybody else feels. Watch this.
Bay Area, Sacramento, Stockton area, they got together and you know, picking up things. They're highly upset about they feel as though they feel as though they were raised as black. They have brothers who were black. They can't struggle. They ain't come out no black. They ain't come out the seed or no niggas. So whatever they think they grew up with, they are not us. That video is a bunch of Chinese, whatever the fuck they are, Asian, playing black, right? That nigga talking. How can YouTube allow a video with nothing but Asians and use a racial slur for a black people? How can that stand up? And what niggas is co-signing with that? What black American, what African American, what black organization is sitting back letting a group of Asians say that nigga Charles. Say, homie, we supposed to be ready to go to war behind it. I don't know what's going on in California, homie, but how can they disrespect? They can't take that word nigga and use it against me. That's the example I use, right? They want to embrace our culture, but when they get mad at us, how do they say niggas too, though? How can they use that word nigga for the black guy and call me a nigga? Let Vlad TV and his white buddies do that. Let John Paul and Logan Paul, let them get together and do that and see if we'll be up for it.
So you saw that whole exchange. Now, anyone that knows the history of the Crips, you know it was one of the founders of the Crips was Tookie Williams. Now, Tookie Williams, when he created the Crips,
Remember we met his son?
Yeah, we met his son.
Basically, the Bloods and the Crips was created to protect the black community originally. Like a lot of times, you know, when brothers and sisters would be getting the same issue, like they get beat up by the cops and all of that, being harassed. They created those organizations at that time period to protect the community. That's really what it was. Now, down the line, we know this government and all of that corrupted it, removed all the leaders. You can look at every single street gang you have today that actually started off with the original founders. It is not nothing how it was when they ran it versus how it is today, just being a public menace in our community. But when Charleston White said, he had a lot of points. Now, I'm not agreeing on everything Charleston says about the name calling, but I'm going to talk about really the meat of his message. What he's saying, basically, you know, this community, you know, comes in and you know, they get their bag off of black folks. They never give nothing back. Charleston, you know, also talked about that you should really go see that last response. Because I just gave you a short clip. Charleston went in. I mean, he really went in on that response because I was feeling Charleston on that. You know, a lot of people are starting to call things out now, man. You know, people want to come into our community, get their weight up, and it's not just that particular community. You have Indians come in from India. You have Arab groups come into the black community, and they get all their weight up, and they give nothing back to the black community. They don't want to hire you, anything. Then you talk about the Arab ones, they still call the black ones Abid, which means slave in their language. Because you have to remember, you know, they would trade African slaves before that white man would trade African slaves. And some of them still practice slavery now. If you look at when the domestic workers from continental Africa go to Saudi Arabia, how they slaves.
Y'all gotta tell me
None of
this
these other groups that come into
way
our
before
community, they'll
time.
give that back. Now, you heard Charleston say they can stand up for Mike Brown or anything else, and that's correct. Now, there may be some individuals that did it, but he's talking about the collective. He's not talking about individuals. You know, there's some black person like, well, I know this person and that person, and he's talking about individuals. Now, what Charleston did bring up is, what about Peter Liang? When Peter Liang, he was an NYPD cop, he ended up shooting and killing a Kai girl. That particular community was marching all over the U.S. in every major city. They wanted Peter Liang to get off from killing a Kai girl. They even did it right here in Houston. I remember it. I'm like, you know, trying with my wife. I said, man, what? Where did people come from? Like, I never seen them out like this. Like, protesting? That was like unheard.
Now you see why I pulled that precept, how they're at ease?
Mm-hmm.
They're at ease about it. The heathen are at ease. They just say it like it ain't nothing. And the brother was speaking truth on it, man. It's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But the part that I'm saying is that if the shoe was on the other foot, a lot of people be offended. Like, why you call me that? Like, and I'm gonna look at you. Fuck you call me that. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be able to apply it to yourself to feel it. You have to. And that's what we got to do to him. It's like, hey, man, what's up, Goop? How you doing today, Chink? I mean, I would. I would call a person a Goop, even though they don't say the word. But you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. You have to put it on yourself. If you wouldn't want to call somebody call you something derogatory, don't do it to somebody else. Because when it's said to you, you're gonna get in the uproar in your feelings about it. And then it's like, okay, whatever. Let's finish this.
You know, for me, see Asian people protesting like that. I say, what happened? You know, and they talk about, you know, free Peter Liang, and you know, it was a mistake, and oh, you know, we're minorities, and it was just a
Let's
mistake.
go back to it real quick.
And I'm like, well,
I just want y'all to see. Watch this.
you know the story.
All I'm trying to do is edify the people.
China Mac,
Look,
you know, been getting into it with this popular blogger named Charleston White. And, you know, he been saying a lot of racist things.
why in the hell is the chink wearing dreadlocks? Don't make no sense. All right, our hand gestures, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We said it like this, and you know what I'm saying? Copy everything down to the T. I was like, damn, we can't even be us no more, man. I'm sorry. Let me give me.
You know, towards the Asian community and just, you know, things that are, you know, when it rubs so well, you know, how you feel about that?
Yeah, man, we can't be us no more, man. It's like, fuck.
Stereotype all of us.
Did he just say stereotypes?
Yeah.
Is he pushing a stereotype?
Yep.
How hypocritical is that?
Girls' whole life is a stereotype.
Like, come on, man. Like, make this make sense. Make this make sense.
You know what I mean? I'm out here, period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, I'm all the way with China Mac, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pro, you know what I mean? For what he believes in, you know what I mean? It ain't even about the color, race, all that, you know what I mean? He putting up for what he believes in, and what he grew up like, you know what I mean? Like that nigga Charleston White, right? I don't know, bro, man. This nigga got a white shirt on with black print saying white boy. You know?
Didn't he just say, I like, bro, he's standing up for what he believes in and everything else, and then turn around and stab him right in the back?
Yeah, I don't even know, bro. Right, which one is it? I know.
Which one? He's got that giving the brother props. Turns around, right in the back.
Hold on to that.
Oh, man. Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, They helped forward the affliction. They helped forward the affliction. Now these suckers are by random them away. And they're trying to turn the whole narrative around on us. You think the Most High wasn't going to get at y'all? Now you got a nigga really getting at you.
Yeah.
Now you do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this is. Let me pull another script real quick, man. I got one. Why I'm doing this. Let me justify why I'm doing this, okay? This is Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 16. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak every man the truth to his neighbor. He's not my neighbor. All right, my neighbor is my brother. But if we talk about living to apartments or across the way or everything else, you're a neighbor, but you're just not the neighbor. You're not my brother. And I'm speaking the truth to you. We don't like that shit. Y'all be who you are. Stop trying to be us. You don't see us trying to be you wearing a little hat like this and a little Chinese clothing walking around. Oh, do you want some rice?
Oh, they got some. They got some.
Do you want some rice? Well, we need to see them. We got to stop them. It's but a little bit.
Chinese, like Naruto cosplay. Not like on TV or whatever. They actually got people that do their same like belief system, the meditation, incense, Buddha,
like monks and all that stuff.
Monks, all that. They like we actually got black people that's in that, you know. But yeah, so we copy them, but not at the rate that they.
So it's not on a scale like them.
Yeah, hell no.
It's not on a scale, and we can easily get them up out of this. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to work on you right now. We got our people. We want you to stop this issue. We want you to get the hell out of our culture so we can straighten it up. We don't need you here. Go handle your business somewhere else, bro. You don't see brothers walking around being like y'all. I think brothers should. I think people start every time they come around. How you doing, son? You know what I'm saying? Just do this to see how they feel about it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just thought you might like it. You know what I'm saying?
Like it, right?
You thought I like you talking like me. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's not me that I talk. I don't talk like that. But it's the Pookie and Ray Ray talk. You know what I'm saying? They doing the Pookie and Ray Ray talk. Good with all that. Hold up. Okay, cool.
Man, I'm like, man, what's going on?
China Bowl.
You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that got me started, man. Look, man, he ain't never been a day in our circumference, man, in our strength. You know what I mean? I don't know how he grew up. I don't know how he grew up. You know what I mean? We grew up around niggas. We grew up around all types of niggas.
Yes, you did. Doesn't mean you need to be like us. But that says a lot about their own culture. They feel it's trash.
Yep.
They feel their own culture is trash. And they wanted to gravitate to something else that was better.
Yep.
So the worst of our shit seems good to everybody else. Because your ish is trash. Just admit it. Hey, man, our culture is trash. And so, we just put ourselves around y'all. Even though we know your parents did not want you hanging out with us. I know for sure. I can almost guarantee it, man, that your parents did not want you to hang around us. But you know what their parents told them? If you are going to hang out with them, suck up their culture so you can make money off of them. And I heard that before, but it sounds like a good idea. You hang out with them to expose their culture to make money off of it. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
What type of color? We all talk the same. You know,
no, we don't.
All fucking trenches out here talk the same.
No, we don't.
California, it's fact. We all talk like this. What's wrong with you? Got brothers out here, nigga, that man, come on, man.
In our interview about China Bank, the agency, these guys in the Bay Area, Sacramento, Stockton area, they got together and they responded to and it's picking up things. They're highly upset about what they said about the Asian community.
Thing is, when I see that video, man, I'm like, And listen, you keep looking for them
Why are people snagging this $89 portable AC? I recently discovered how to refrigerate any
videos. I mean, it gets worse and worse and worse. Like, huh? I mean, what is this? I mean, is this like some sort of comedy? It's crazy. Now, like I said, I'm gonna repeat this once again. When you say something stupid, you have to block. You know what Charleston says and how he says certain words. That's Charleston the way he do things. We're posting on the beat, which is this: people coming to our community, benefit for everything. But like you said, you want to use that N word, but you want to turn around and use the same word against Charles and thinking that's not going to be a problem. But if he uses a word against you, all of a sudden it's a problem. All over the internet or somebody want to get at you or whatever. This is why I tell black people. Problem is with a lot of youth that you let other groups use that word, you think that's fine, that's okay, and you never check them for doing it. Now it's out of hand. Now this is the problem we're dealing with today.
Let's look at the comment section. One person, Laris Holmes says, because we think everybody who's not our friend, they're not our enemy, basically. All right. Let's see the replies. It says that part, facts. Caucasians, they forget white is just a nationality who are their brothers, Gog and Magog. Okay. We see he's in the truth. He be reading the scriptures.
Somebody knows something.
Mm-hmm. Not me. I don't think that way. I know those white people is never your friend. They only like you when you're doing what they like. Right. Globally speaking, if you're not white, you're black. That doesn't mean anything, brother. I don't like your comment. That was stupid. All right. Hey, Nubian DNA said Paul Mooney said all non-blacks want to be black until the police show up. Let's see. Strong arm facts. He said one dude, I'm an impotent saying. Okay. I had a white coworker who acted black. He was cool and I had no issue with it because he never went too far with it. I don't even like that. I don't even like when they act. Stop. All right. Okay. Yeah, she right. She goes, I'm with Charleston, and the OG needs to step up and remind them that Crips was traditionally black gang. I know you being black cannot go join an Asian mafia. You may be affiliated, but you cannot join, period. And that's right. That's facts. And one person said, hey, I just came to say I've never seen Asians take up for black people. With that being said, I don't support their cause. Charleston said a lot of true stuff other people just scared to say wanted to be politically correct. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, he proved his point. One dude said, these Asians are a trip. We need rules.
Mm-hmm. That's a female.
Seeing Asian Crips is laughable to me. They look more like kids. Clowns trying to be grown for 2 minutes. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they all love black culture, but don't don't too much care about black people. That's straight. So let's just go back over here, get off this and get with Shabbat services. All right. Let's just say a prayer, and then we'll do all the prayers at the end, so we can get on with the class. I'm gonna go over the time. All right. All right, Mighty upon your restroom. We just stand on this one and we'll bow at the end for the prayers at the end. Zanak lead us. Zanak do the Hebrew, I do the English, and Makaraka do the Spanish. Go ahead. Abadao, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shempa, Yahweh, Malafaka, Tabaha, Ratazaka, Hayah, Hasha, Ratazaka, Kahaya, Bashamayim, Netanyahu, Lakum, Koyawum, Wasalakino, Kabawatino, Kasalakino, Kabawatino, Wala'ah, Dabianao, Benesai one, Abo, Yahushayno, Marai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Tapara, Walailanyu, Aman, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Mashiach, Aman. You want to do English? Good. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, here on earth. Is that how it goes? Start over. Yeah. Oh, Salaki. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come. Oh, I got it. Yeah. You almost made me mess. I used to read it. All right, Salah. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. Here on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Bahashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. Amen.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas, como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos de Hashem, Yahushua,
Mashiach. Amen.
Come. I'm use the bathrooms and not just. Oh.
Give us a second, real quick.
All right, here we go. Okay, just a second. I can. Come on, there we go. 11, chapter 13, verse 1. Book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 1. That's where we're going to start. Come, here we go.
11:1.
Yeah, now 13 and 1. So we're going to be going into the names of the men who were sent to search the land. So Moses, the Most High had Moses send some brothers, 12 brothers to search the land of Canaan. Why? Because he's going to be sending us into that land to take it. Okay? And now I want you to watch what's going to happen. Pay attention to what's happening in this story, right? And apply it to yourself in your life and to the people that are around you. Okay? Brothers, when you go to camp, sisters, when you go out there to feed the poor and everything else, and you got to see who's scared to do things. You got to pay attention to people's spirits, okay? All right. Can't plug it up. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And these were the names of the tribe of Reuben, Shemamua, the son of Zachor, of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori, of the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephaniah, of the tribe of Issachar, the Gal, the son of Joseph, of the tribe of Ephraim, O'Shea, the son of Nun, of the tribe of Benjamin, Patai, the son of Raphu, of the tribe of Zebulun, Gideon, the son of Sodai, of the tribe of Joseph, namely, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi, of the tribe of Dan, Emmanuel, the son of Gamali, of the tribe of Asher, Sethur, the son of Michael, of the tribe of Naphtali, Naabi, the son of Vahasi, of the tribe of Gad, Giel, the son of Makai. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called O'Shea, the son of Nun, Joshua. All right. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan and said unto them, Get you up this way southward and go up into the mountains. He actually told them the way to go. All right, go around this way, towards the mountains, around that way. Boom, you're going to be good. Right? And see verse 18, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many. Now remember that. He says, see if they be strong or weak. Now you're going to see what the Most High don't like. I got to underline something, y'all, that I underlined before. Come. Verse 19. And what the land is, they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether it whether in tents or in strongholds. So that's like saying, hey, do they live in ghettos where the houses are weak? You know what I'm saying? Or they live in a city where there's strong buildings made out of steel. You know what I'm saying? Verse 20. And what land it is. So like, and what land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not. And be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So what time was this? Exactly. Verse 21. So they went up and searched the land for the wilderness of Zin unto Raab, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where where Amen, Shishai, and Talmai, and the children of Anak were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan and Egypt. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grape, and they bare it between two upon a staff, and they bought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses. That was a big land. That was some big land. Right there, to return after 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time. But pay attention to that 40 days, though. Pay attention to that 40 days. Hold on. Verse 25. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it flowed with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. So when the scriptures say, hey, this land flowed with milk and honey, it's talking about the fruit and the produce of the land, fishes and everything, the coconut trees and things like that, just fresh fruits. You know what I mean? Verse 28. Nevertheless, not just fresh, it can be the wood, the good lumber, the trees, you know what I'm saying? All right, verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea. And the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Y'all seeing this picture right now?
Mm-hmm.
For they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. I got a precept real quick. This is how you handle the situation. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies and seest horses and chariots and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, you approach this day unto the battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. Fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Verse 5, and the officer shall speak unto the people, saying, after the priest done say something, now the officer should speak, right? Saying, what man is there that hath built a new house and have not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in a battle and other men dedicate it. So let's find out. It's about to show you why he's saying it. And what man is he that hath planted a vineyard and hath not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle, and an other man eat of it. And what man is there that hath betrothed a wife and have not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle, and another man take her. And the officer shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint, as well as his heart. That is the whole point of that right there. Because these brothers be scared and that spirit to jump right off them onto you. Brother be sitting there pissing in his pants. And you start looking at that like, man, get your scary ass out of here. But then you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to speak good words to him to remove him from that spot, because then he'll try to act real hard and then he'll stay there. And then he'll cause another man to die. Another man will come over there and try to save him because he's scared as hell. Mm-hmm. And then somebody will catch him and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got a lot of other things. You got lying going on because of fear. The Most High giveth not the spirit of fear. Now you get a lot of brothers in this truth, man. They be on there talking about, watch, I can't wait till this happen, and this bro ain't gonna be doing. Watch, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing this, exalting themselves, being Peter. They being Peter. That's why I'll be like, hey, man, I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna do or not. I just know I'm finna protect my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm finna protect my family. All right. What y'all talking about? That's my reason to stay brave.
Yeah.
My reason to stay brave is my family. That's it. That's all I got to protect in the world. Right. So I got to protect everybody that's with me. You know what I'm saying? My family. So I got a lot to lose. So I might as well die protecting what's mine. So I don't know about being pussy in that day. I don't know about not stepping in front of a bullet. I don't know anything about that. I just know I got to protect my family. And whatever needs to happen then has to happen then.
Right.
So other than that, I don't know. So that's when you get brothers, when they scared, they start bringing up false reports or something that not all of them saw that, you know. They like, man, we got the Most High with us. Caleb and them were like, let's go, man, let's overtake them, let's go get them. We got everything on our side.
Right.
Caleb is seeing all these things happen, and that's why be occupied in prophecy, so you can see the things that are going on. And the more things you see that are going on in the world, the better the faith.
Mm.
And you start putting these things together. All these things is happening, bro. Y'all crazy if y'all don't see this. We see it happening right in front of our face. That right there is your proof. Because a sinful man needs he needs a sign. A sinful man needs a sign. I don't believe that shit, man. You don't have to show me. But if you're not breaking the law and you see the things that are happening, you can see everything that's going on around you. You don't need a sign. There's enough signs being shown to you.
Right.
There's enough of these signs being shown to you, man. That keeps you on your grind. That keeps you on your grizzy right there. That really does. And it don't get no better than that. And what else? Well, we're gonna go into the next one. Yeah, we're gonna go into chapter 10. I'm done speaking on that one. 14. Chapter 14. Y'all there? All good? All right, here we go. This is Numbers chapter 14 and verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried. And the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would God we had died in this wilderness? Which one? That is so disrespectful, man. That is saying, hey, would God rather we die in Egypt or die in this wilderness? Which one? Basically, if you're telling me that, it's like a shit test. Yeah, see how I respond to it. So that's what they're giving Moses right now. It's a shit test. Being very emotional. Because that's what women will do. They'll give you a shit test, right? See how you respond to it. And that's what they're doing to Moses. They're giving Moses a shit test. Okay? Verse 3. And wherefore have the Lord brought up this Salah? And wherefore have the Lord brought us unto this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return unto Egypt? As they said one to another, let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt to bondage. They said, we're going back into bondage. Because as you can see, the Most High is going to test you also through war. He's going to see how much you want this land. Like he says in Ezra. And they said, why you sent this to us? Let me go there real quick. Let me find that real quick. I'll go back to that. Let me see. What's that? See, watch this. Okay. This is Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 1. I'm gonna read until to verse 9. Watch this. Now, they're in the wilderness, and the Most High is going to test you. He's going to bring you to a land. He's just not going to allow you to just walk into the land. There's going to be some tests by the Most High because He wants to see if you're worthy to get into the land and keep it and get all these promises. Because He's done that before. He's like right now. He's brought us in. He tried to bring us in how we were and everything else, but they were just murmuring and everything else. He brought us into that. And then along the way, you got Joshua. They just went off. They started doing what the heathens were doing. And then you got Judges. They were doing the same thing. And then you got Samuel's, First Samuel, Second Samuel, Chronicles, First Kings, and on they're doing these things. Now Ezra is sitting here talking to the angel, and he's about to ask the angel, why are all these people having a land and not us? Watch this. This is Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel, which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Now pay attention, visualize that in your head. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. When then could go into the sea to look upon it? When then could go into the sea and look upon it, and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There was also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go therefore at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass that danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Who got that? Because that was deep. That was real deep.
Can you read it again?
Sure. Where would you like me to start at?
Where that approval?
Okay, I got to start from 1. Yeah. No, let me see.
The second answer is what?
7. I'm going to start at 2.
And
I'm going to start from 1, and I'm going to go to 9. This is Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. All right, who understands that?
it was said it was capes.
He said, Set the sea. Watch this, verse 3. Verse 3, and I said, Speak on, my God. Then he said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. All right. If something is deep and great and it's set in a wide place, the sea is set in a wide place where it's deep and great, that means you can fall into it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, but put the case, the entrance, were narrow and like a river. So put the case, which is the entrance, where it's narrow and like a river. And then sea. That's the entrance. Remember, you got water on this side. Watch this.
So you're trying to basically make a defense system.
What's up?
Is it like symbolic?
It is symbolic. It's symbolic. He's telling you that Hold on. I'm gonna finish reading. I don't want to break it all the way down. I want y'all to get to see it yourself and try to break it. Verse 5. Who then, so I'm gonna start at 4. But put the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it? Nobody. And to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once. Again, verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once. Now, Ezra was saying all these things in chapter 6, and that's what he came to verse 54. And these Adam also, who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. The angel was telling him those things and was talking to Ezra because he was asking questions. And it came to that question when Ezra was asking the angel, why haven't the Most High given us the kingdom yet? Because of the things back there, he can't do that again. He can't do that again what he did the first time. He can't do that. Because he's seeing by a mistake, it was like with anybody that's not working to get something, can't get it. If you're not working to get it, how are you going to enjoy it? You're easily going to hand it over. You're not going to accept it the way it is when you don't work hard for something. You'll easily give it away.
That's crazy because to give someone something they don't appreciate, work hard for it, try for it, time, not work for it.
Exactly. That's why we say, man, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. Verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. That's how small that is. That man has to go in by himself. Can't nobody else take nobody with them to help do this work. You got to be willing to do it yourself. We can only go in there one at a time. Verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? He didn't go through nothing to get it. None of them went through nothing to get it. The Most High bought them out of Egypt. He bought them out of Egypt. They did nothing for it. And he was just listening to them murmur and murmur, complain, bitch and niche and all the above. He don't want that. He don't want those people, man. All these people you see on Facebook, them bitching and all that stuff, he don't want them. Elder cut me this morning, right? So not give me Sirach 11:7, Baba Kasha. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but he, I went to him for counsel. So, hey, it is what it is.
I have a question.
Go ahead. So, did you get that tonight? Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Understand first and then rebuke.
And can you read that over again, nice and strong? Bible good job.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Uh-huh.
Understand first and then rebuke.
Our people do that, don't they? I did it too. Right? And you want to know how I did it? Because I personally don't know if the brother gay or not. I didn't call and ask him. I didn't ask him. How can I really show equity for both sides if I don't know, really? But I did some right by saying, don't bear false witness, don't do that. But I started to defend the man. What am I defending? Something I don't. I can't defend something I don't know and didn't ask. I was only right about stop pulling false reports. You don't know. Show some proof. But then when I start to go into defending something I don't know at an accident, now I'm in the wrong. Zanach, where you going? I got it. This Sirach 11 and verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt men in the midst of their speech. Right? Okay, cool. Verse 9. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners. That was going on. And this was the one. My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. Which I wasn't running from it, for none of it. I stood there boldly and stood on my square, like, I'm saying, hey, bro, I'm just saying, there's no proof of nothing. So what the brother was doing, he was throwing all type of insults to get me to fly off the chain, because that's what they do. Now, I can pull a lot of I can go into precepts to prove that what the brother was doing was totally wrong, and how they communicate with brothers and how they handle their congregation. I can go in all day. I see a lot of things that they're doing wrong, but I meddle in matters that concern me now. It's like, man, now to think about it, I said what I had to say. I didn't mean it as to, break the girl's confidence, tell her that she looked like a little boy. But I was only talking about the ethnic image that a woman's supposed to present herself as. Mm-hmm. Women have an ethnic image just like the men. Men not supposed to be wearing tight ass jeans down to their knees. You know what I'm saying? We have an ethnic image. Our trousers are supposed to be able to breathe. Our pervy parts are supposed to be able to breathe. You know what I'm saying? So we have an ethnic image that we got to take care of too. But it wasn't anything, shots fired at her, you know what I'm saying, personally. It's just, no, it's not personal. It was just the truth. But the fact that she's not around people that'll tell her the truth, it baffles me. That you're around people that don't tell you the truth. That's the thing. You got to be able to tell people the truth and them not get offended. But when you have a bunch of males around there, that's all they're doing is trying to get with a woman, that they're not going to tell her the truth. Now, I've never seen I can honestly say I've never seen a brother from ISUPK simp so hard for a female. Haven't seen that. That was the first time. So that's why the Most High just ain't about to give us the kingdom. You won't have to work for it. You won't have to prove yourself. All right. This is Numbers chapter 14 and verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and it's like I was on verse 5. I start at 4. And they said one to another, verse 4. This is Numbers chapter 14, verse 4. And they said one to another, let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt, into bondage. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. Now you see what our people was doing, why we just don't, Most High just not going to give us a kingdom like that? You see what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
They are ready to go back into slavery.
Yep.
That is Stockholm Syndrome.
Get a new king and go back to what we just did and flip it up.
Exactly. That is insane. That's insane right there, man. That does somebody want to go back into slavery? And a lot of our people do that now, man. All right. Verse 5. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel, and Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes, and have spake unto all the and they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed thorough to search it, it is exceeding good land. If the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land, and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. But all the congregation bade stone them with stones. Damn. And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me? For all the signs which I have shewed among them. And that's why I say, the scriptures say, be occupied in prophecy. So you can understand these signs, right? So he said, for all the signs which I have shewed among them, I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. This is the second time they said, Most High said that. The first time he said that when it was down from the mount, when Moses and Joshua went up to the mount, the Most High said, hey, I'll destroy them and make you an even stronger people. And Moses got down and prayed that he did not destroy them. This is the second time the Most High said that. So, verse 13, and Moses said unto the Lord, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thy might from among them, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of the land, for they have heard that thou art among this people, that thou, Lord, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud, and a pillar of fire by night. Because remember, the mixed multitude was amongst them. Being that the mixed multitude was amongst them, and when the Most High them got rid of the mixed multitude, they scattered out. They told everything that was going on. So they heard all the things that was going on over there. The cloud by day and the cloud by night. They was hearing all that. Verse 15. Now if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, then the nations which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land which he shewed unto them, therefore he slain them in the wilderness. Basically saying, man, he not real. If you can't bring them to the land, he ain't no real God. What's going on? Moses is saying they're going to question your might. That's what Moses is saying. They're going to question it. And you don't want nobody questioning your might. The Most High definitely don't want nobody questioning his strength and the stuff that he did. They're going to start saying, man, that was just a trick show or anything. They tricked them. Man, we ain't falling for that. Verse 17. And now I beseech thee, let the power of my Lord be great, according to thou hast spoken, saying, the Lord is long suffering and great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of this people according unto the greatness of thy mercy, and as thou hast forgiven this people from Egypt even until now. And the Lord said, I have pardoned according to thy word. So Most High is like, all right, I'm going to leave them alone. According to your word, I'm going to leave them alone. So now the Most High is forgiving them. No more bad blood now. Watch this. And the Lord said, I have pardoned according to thy word. Verse 21. But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord, because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I have swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and had followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Now the Amalekites. So who also would Caleb rent their shirt? Let's see. Do anybody know who was the two? It was Caleb and somebody else rent their shirt. It was Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them and searched the land, rent their clothes. So it was two of them. Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb. So I guess Joshua was already added to going into the kingdom anyways. He has this whole book. So verse 25. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn you and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have dismissed, you have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in the wilderness, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your wisdom, bear your whoredom, until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. You can get that in Psalms 30 and 14 too. All right. And after the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquity, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise. So Moses got on his knees to pray that he hit him not with pestilence. And he said, cool. You sure didn't ask him to let him into the land. They ain't getting into the land that full 40 years. And then when we start reading this even more, you're going to see that their clothes never got old. Never had, they always had something to eat. Caleb and Joshua and them didn't even get old. Nothing. Their shoes didn't get old or nothing. Those are the chapters to come next week, most likely. All right, this is Numbers chapter 14, verse 35. I, the Lord, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me. In the wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against me, against him, by bringing up a slander upon the land. Even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land died by the plague before the Lord. Damn. See what a false reporter gets you? Verse 37. Even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land died by the plague before the Lord. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went to search the land, lived still. And Moses told these sayings unto all the children of Israel, and the people murmured greatly. And they rose up early in the morning and gave them up into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and will go up unto the place which the Lord hath promised, for we have sinned. And Moses said, Wherefore now do you transgress the commandment of the Lord? But it shall not prosper. Go not up, for the Lord is not among you, that ye be not smitten before your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword. So now they're trying to get into the Most High good graces. They trying to go to war, take stuff. Oh, we just finna take the land. No, they trying. My bad. It don't seem like they're trying to get in his good graces. It seems like they're just trying to go take the land by themselves. They're trying to do things by themselves, and we get caught up doing that too, doing things by ourselves and not according to the Most High. That's a bad thing. If we got a God on our side, why not use him? Why not go to him? Verse 43. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because ye are turned away from the Lord. Therefore the Lord will not be with you. Therefore the Lord will not be with you. But they presume to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them even unto Haran. Our people got their ass whooped from each side, from this side to that side to that side. They were scattered everywhere. Now there's a bunch of widows, fatherless children. Hey, that's what it is. Most High didn't give them that spirit. So Kasharah, Devar Yahweh, and I Shai when I Shemai, all that Yahweh said, what we doing here. Now we finna start on to, but now you see why the Most High just ain't about to just give us the land. He want to make sure that we are worthy to get into the land. That's why he got the great multitude that's going to be in there, and he gonna have 144,000. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of baby making in the kingdom to come. I just want to be in the land and not be afraid and have the power to stop my enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. This weak state that we in right now is no bueno, man. It's not good. It's not good, man. Not having brothers around you that's just not weak, and you know what I'm saying, they don't disrespect you like that. They talk to you like they got sense. You know what I'm saying? And with the utmost respect. So a kingdom like that, with women that listen and they're not hard headed. You know what I'm saying? They actually do what they're told to do. And I don't even want to go into that part, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, this is Numbers chapter 15. Just a second. Okay, cool. Almost up. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or in a free will offering, or in your solemn feast, to make a sweet savor unto the Lord of the herd or of the flocks. Then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a tenth deal of flour mingled with the fourth part of an hin of oil, and the fourth part of an hin of wine for a drink offering shalt thou prepare with the burnt offering or sacrifice for one lamb. Or for a ram thou shalt prepare for a meat offering 2/10 deals of flour mingled with the third part of an hin of oil. And for a drink offering thou shalt offer the third part of an hin of wine for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And when thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow, or peace offering unto the Lord, then shall he bring with a bullock a meat offering of 3/10 deals of flour, mingled with half an hin of oil. I wonder how much oil they're using to cook this this fried lamb. All right, verse 10. And thou shalt bring for a drink offering half an hin of wine, for an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Thus shall it be done for one bullock, or for one ram, or for a lamb or a kid. According, a lot of people will get this mixed up, I can see. For a lamb, comma, or a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm saying, human sacrifice and stuff like that. Verse 12, according to the number that ye shall prepare, so shall ye do to everyone according to their number. All that are born of the country shall do these things after this manner. In offering and verse 13. All that are born in the country shall do these things after this manner. In offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord, as ye do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you. An ordinance forever an ordinance forever in your generations, as ye are, so shall the stranger be before the Lord. So this one's going for the Israelite and for the heathen, the same law. Verse 16. One law and one manner shall be for you and for the stranger that sojourneth with you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up an heave offering unto the Lord. Ye shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for an heave offering, as ye do the heave offering of the threshing floor, so shall ye have it. Of the first of your dough ye shall give unto the Lord an heave offering in your generations. And if ye have erred and not observe all these commandments which the Lord hath spoken unto Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforward among your generations, that it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one bullock. I'm going to read that again. Verse 24. Then it shall be, right? If aught be committed by ignorance, with the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering. It's that ignorance that person has committed, and all the congregation knows about it. For a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them. So, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance, and they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord, for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel. And the stranger that sojourneth among you, seeing all the people were in ignorance. So what happened? What was the ignorance?
And pillow talking.
Hmm?
I said, the guy pillow talking, whatever talking, like basically talking, to somebody else about a situation or something.
Yeah, the thing is, he's just saying if all the congregation knew about something that this person did. Watch, I say it again. Let me find it. So from 17 to 20 to 21, it's talking about of not observing these things when you sin by ignorance and you're not doing these steps. Right now we can't sacrifice anything. But if you're not following these steps and you forget to do it and all the congregation know about it, everybody's sin.
Okay.
They should have made him do it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta go. You gotta do this.
Right.
And nobody made him do it. Everybody done sin.
Okay.
Most High is holding everybody accountable. You see what he's doing though? It's like a town thing now. Everybody's accountable for that. If one person knew, that person is accountable, but not that person done that in front of everybody. Now everybody knew of it. It's best that everybody say something about it and make that brother go do it. Like, nah, man, go on for that. Go do that. No, it's this day. Hey, brother, tomorrow we finna go offer to the Lord. Everybody's gonna offer to the Lord. Do you got a lamb? You got a bullock or something? And he ain't got one. All right, man, we got one over here. You know what I'm saying? With no blemish at all for you. Right? Let's go. In the morning, go get it. Matter of fact, tonight, just get everything ready. You know what I'm saying? And go do what you need to do. But if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and everybody knows about it, it's a sin because he didn't do it. Nobody made him do it. Most High is holding everybody accountable. So hold on. Verse 24. This is Numbers chapter 15, verse 24. I'm sorry, 23. Even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforward among your generations. Then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet Savior unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goat for a sin offering. So, dang. Let me keep reading this. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance, and they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourneth among them, seeing all the people were in ignorance. And if the soul sin through ignorance, then he shall bring a she-goat. So this is basically saying that if a person sinned by not doing those things that he need to do to make a sacrifice, and the congregation not know, everybody's in sin. That's just what I read. So this sin of him not bringing the first of his dough and the first of his fruits and everything else, and the congregation was unaware of it, that's basically saying if the congregation was unaware of it, they should have been aware of it. That this brother didn't offer up his first fruits and his first dough unto the Lord. They should have known that. That means you're supposed to be checking on your brother to see if he did what he was supposed to do. Watch, I'm gonna prove that. So this is the Most High having everybody accountable of themselves. So let me redeem myself and explain this properly. This is Numbers 15 and 18. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when ye come into the land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up an heave offering unto the Lord. Ye shall offer up a cake of first of your dough. Again, ye shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for an heave offering. As ye do the heave offering for the threshing floor, so shall ye heave it. Of the first of your dough ye shall give unto the Lord an heave offering in your generations. And if ye have erred and not observe all these commandments which the Lord hath spoken unto Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforward among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, by not doing his doing stuff, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner of one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And verse 25, and the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance. And they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel. So basically, the Most High is holding everybody accountable for not getting at this brother and telling him that he should be doing this and doing that. So that is a sin offering. That's a sin.
Basically saying like y'all need to have patrol, like y'all need to patrol and go visit everybody's little camping area, because if one of y'all slack, y'all all slack.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it makes everybody like, keep an eye on everybody. Hey, you did this today? Hey, you did that today? Oh no? All right, well you better get to it. We only got today. Exactly.
You ready for the Sabbath? You got everything you need. You know what I'm saying? It's like the stuff we be doing with each other. Hey man, we got the Sabbath, get on the board and making sure we all doing something and this and this and that. That is what he wants to see. Mm-hmm. And in that whole, he wants to see who wants to cooperate, who's going to do everything at that. So everybody's being tested at all times. He wants to see if I want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And reason why I don't know the Most High mind like that, but as I read these things, how he's telling us to do, as me getting to know how he thinks. Now, he be coming the way he gonna come. I can't tell you how the Most High gonna come, but I can have a slight idea how he thinks. I don't know his mind 100% like that. I would say 2%, maybe 1%. But the way he talks, the way he do things, the way he operate, I'm just trying not to exalt myself to say I know the Most High, but I see the way he's operating. And when he's saying, don't do, I'm getting to know him. Okay, verse 28. And the priest shall make an atonement. All right, this Numbers chapter 15, verse 28. And the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinneth by ignorance before the Lord, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. when ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, now we're going into that presumptuous sin. And what is speaking presumptuously, Zachariah?
Like, you know,
Exactly. So, I would say me too. I would say, forgive me, Abba. I was speaking presumptuously on something I don't know the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Gay or not.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Verse 30, but the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. All right? Because he hath despised the word of the Lord and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. So now you got presumptuously, and now you got the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation, and they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. Why? Because he is working on the Sabbath day. Now, all the stuff that we've done, we are worthy of death, speaking presumptuously and everything else. But what does that go to? Now, let's say in your mind, right? You know you shouldn't be speaking on that because that can be presumptuously. And you did it anyways. And you spoke presumptuously because you know you don't know. What's going on? And you know that in your mind, you know that, man, that's wrong. I ain't gonna speak on. I'll know it because I can be speaking presumptuously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get a towel. You know what I'm saying? I can be speaking presumptuously. You know what I'm saying? Then, but if you do something ignorantly,
Mm-hmm.
and you wasn't paying attention, in your mind you was trying to go for, and I'm not trying to justify myself, I'm just saying how the Most High thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm saying through precepts of scriptures, you know what I'm saying? That is doing something ignorant.
Right.
Because you're trying to stop people from doing something. And now you started to defend that brother. Because I didn't know that before I asked the elders. So I took counsel to make sure, you know, so I just want to make sure I was right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he got me on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, nah, man, don't too much going in. Now you got to call him and you got to ask him. You know what I'm saying? Are you gay? And I just want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the brother told me personally. And then I got to say to him, but bro, you know what I'm saying? You got effeminate ways. The Most High don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he was raised by his mama.
Mm-hmm.
You can really tell when a brother's raised by his mama. Even if, they use that thing, but his daddy was at home. His daddy was idle, and his mother ruled the household.
Yep. You can tell.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to start at verse 32. And while this is Numbers chapter 15, verse 32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death, and all the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones. and he died as the Lord commanded Moses. Now that's talking about working on the Sabbath day. Now, when we come into this captivity, if you can help not working on the Sabbath day, don't do it. If you can control that and you can make sure, a brother get caught up in feeding his family, you know what I'm saying? He's using his mercy, but try your best to get out of it. The Most High, I hate saying this because a lot of Christians say this. The Most High know your heart. I don't like saying that word because Christians use it all the time. The Lord knows my heart. Okay? But he really does. And the heart is wicked above all things. Who can know it? Man, that don't even come off my tongue right, man.
I know, I'd be hesitant about saying it too. But it's cold though, because he really does. But the way that they done used it up, it's like,
yeah, man.
They don't even want to use it no more.
Nah, you don't want to use it. It's like you got used it all up.
I guess we just gonna have to stick to the Most High understanding.
God. Verse 35. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones. And he died, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout the generation, and they that put upon the fringe of the borders of a ribbon of blue. It's like, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders and a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. Call Shirah, Yabar Yahweh, Anayashai, Wanashemai, all that Yahweh said, what we do in here. Keep the Sabbath, speak not presumptuously, okay? And do what you're supposed to do on these feast days and Sabbath days. Keep the law. It's not going to read. And I yield the floor.
Shalom, shalom. So now we're going to go inside the prophets. Joshua chapter 1. No, it's like Joshua chapter 2, verse 1 to 24. God.
Chapter
2, verse 1. All right. So this is Joshua chapter 2, verse 1. And Joshua the son of Nun sent out Shittim, 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go, view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab, and lodged there. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. So this is Joshua and 2 spies were going inside the city, right, to spy the city out because they were finna take over, right? So then what they did was they climbed the wall and they went inside of the harlot's house. I'm telling you what went on in chapter 1. All right. So they climbed the wall, went inside the harlot's house, right? And you're gonna find out what they did with the harlot.
Oh, I remember.
Okay. Verse 2, and it was verse 3. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said, Thus there came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out, whither the men went. And I will I'm gonna start over. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out, whither the men went. I will not pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords, and as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof, and she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, and you came out of Egypt, and what you did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, which ye utterly destroyed. So just like it was saying before in Deuteronomy and everything, that the terrors and everything that the Most High put upon the people getting inside of Egypt, everybody heard about it. That's what makes everybody scared of us.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Just like, in the boxing world, this dude just knocked out the world champion. Now everybody's like, damn, man, this dude good. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess with him.
I don't know. Right.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with that. All right.
11.
Verse 11. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and earth beneath. Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have shewed you kindness, that ye will shew kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token, and that ye will save alive my father and my mother, and my brethren and my sisters, and all that have and delivered our lives from death. And the men answered her, Our life for yours. If ye utter not this our business, and it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. And she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. And she said unto them, Get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way. And the men said unto her, We will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, that thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by, and thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. So they're basically just making a plan. You know what I'm saying? When we come back after these 3 days, you know what I'm saying, we're about to take over land. You just put that cord back down that you let us by, and your family come down from there. You know what I'm saying? So this is, you know what I'm saying? This is just basically a mutual agreement and everything between two nations. All right, because this woman's not of Israel.
Exchange.
Right, it's an exchange, right? This woman's not of Israel, but we still made a covenant with her and her family because they helped us out. Remember, like with Jacob, you know what I'm saying? How Jacob's wise father was getting blessed because he had Jacob there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So she's getting blessed because she's helping us out. Just like how Jacob's father-in-law is helping him out.
Now, as you go along in the book of Joshua, you start seeing Joshua getting mad because a lot of our people like to curse things when you go into chapter 3 and stuff, getting mad because we're making agreements with them without, you know what I'm saying, consorting with the whole congregation. It's like, don't make no promises to nobody without coming to us and like, oh, because once you say we're going to honor that,
we got to do it.
It's like now we got to do it. Just like everybody got judged because of ignorance of somebody that didn't take the sacrifices up. We all get judged. So if we all get judged, this is a group discussion.
Yeah, don't go just talking to people.
Yeah, it's a group discussion.
It's a group thing. Yeah, Joshua's a good book. Sure. That whole book is fine.
All right.
What verse?
Let's try verse 19. Verse 19, and it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head. We will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him. If thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath, which thou hast made us to swear.
I'm gonna smoke you, chick. If you backdoor me, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna smoke you. Our oath means nothing.
Right.
That's right.
Verse 21, and she said, according unto your words, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. And they went and came unto the mountain, and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. So the two men descended from the mountain, and passed over, and came to Joshua and the son of Nun, from all the things that befell them. And they said unto Joshua, truly the Lord hath delivered in our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us. All right,
there you go again.
And to be honest, that's equity. Like a lot of stuff is going on in Israel. For instance, you have bring up the subject, right? You got Alazar Banwe. You got Officer Rayebi, right?
Yeah.
Rayebi don't like some stuff that Alazar and them did. Alazar don't like some stuff that Rayebi did. But the stuff that Rayebi was talking about, the stuff that offended him, is just equity. I know, that's all it is. It's just equity. The stuff that Alazar and them did, that Rayebi didn't say, it was just equity and being fair on everybody else's part. But it should come together because we're all being judged from the things that are happening. So if it's not something that everybody agrees with, and some stuff happened, we're all getting judged for it.
Yeah, let's talk about it beforehand.
Yeah, let's talk about this beforehand, what should happen. Everybody should go. And then you got another brother, Okran, I gotta pronounce his name.
Ikaran.
Ikaran, yeah. Ikaran was talking about some stuff that happened at their feast days, their Passover, when females came. And then Alazar said, well, this is not what it seemed to be like, you know what I'm saying? But if we all don't discuss these things and everybody's not a part of a discussion, I see they're making decisions as leaders. I get that. But at the same time, if you're wrong in your decision, everybody's being judged for that.
Right.
So something has to be fair. It has to be equity going around on everybody's part. Well, maybe we just shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
So we go into the book of Numbers and we talk about the brother not all Israel, the congregation is getting, you know what I'm saying, getting rebuked and corrected for it. Now they committed a sin. Now everybody has to make a sacrifice,
Right.
because nobody kept up with that brother next.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's asking each other. Nobody's talking to each other, and that's what you don't want. You don't want a ton of people not talking to each other.
Right.
Everybody's talking. Everybody's communicating amongst each other.
That's how it was in the 80s and the 90s. Just in any neighborhood you was in, the whole hood knew each other.
Exactly. You got your ass whooped by this neighbor.
Yeah.
And that, before you got home, you had your ass whooped on that. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Go back to that, but that's exactly like, that's cool how we kept that custom that long before it finally got, beaten out of us.
And to see it in the scriptures, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's linking real good.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. The Most High has to look at it, Like, don't sit there and make any, if it has something to do with the whole congregation, don't be sitting there making an agreement with your wives and stuff like that. Like, oh, man. Hey, I'm going to go talk to the bros before I go talk to my wife about
you. Yeah.
I'm going to agree something with the bros first. And then we already made an agreement, so now we sitting here making agreements. Now we finna turn our backs and go talk to our family.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's just how stuff's going to be. Then there's spread room within what we already talked about. As long as you don't go out of this and you stay within this, we good.
We good.
And so I agree with the bros. That ain't happening. What
Right.
you can do within that, this.
Yeah.
Don't go outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you keep order,
Yeah, that was a good thing though with Joshua and the little harlot.
Yeah.
Cause she said something about like, if you break it or whatever, da da da. But he gave them an ultimatum too. Like, if you leave out the house, that blood ain't on us. If you still in the house, that blood not on us. And then he also said basically, and if you tell anybody about the oath that we done shared with you, we whacking you. There ain't nothing about it. You're off. You know what I mean? Not only the oath is done that I swore, but your life is about to get taken.
What it sound like he was doing? They was doing.
What you mean?
What it sound like they was doing? CYOA. Covering their own name.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, better not say nothing, because remember, what I promise to you, the whole congregation has to honor.
Mm-hmm.
For the oath. And that's why.
And they did too.
Mm-hmm. See,
where we at now?
Going to Matthew. I'm just trying to find something real quick. You talking about the 6:51 a.m.? That's none of your concern. You can talk to your officer. This is Zechariah chapter 8, and I'm gonna start at Start at 17. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his brother, and love no false oath, for all these are things that I hate, saith the Lord. So that false oath, making an oath or a promise and not living on it and everything else, the Most High hates that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, every idle word will be brought into play. It's going to be brought into play.
Mm-hmm.
So just now they got to keep their word.
Yeah.
They said it, got to keep it. That's why come to the congregation and everybody, you know what I'm saying, then the promise go out, everybody knows about it.
Yeah. Now they're holding you accountable.
Yeah.
Like a mother sucker.
Everybody understands that oath. Everybody knows about it. I would tell everybody, hey, right now it's time to take it seriously. It was time to take it seriously a long time ago. But it happens. It happens, bro. We living in this captivity. It causes us to not pay attention to all the things, the little things that are very, 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 very important. I, for one, can attest to that. You're not paying attention to the little things that are very, very important. You hear the Most High say He hates that. That condemns you walking yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, straighten up.
Mm-hmm.
About to cut your head off. Time to straighten up. You know, pay attention and stuff. That's where brotherhood comes into play, where you all can point out things. You should be able to admonish one another. You know what I'm saying? You should always be able to correct one another. Always should be able to. It should be in sincerity, not in a prideful way. But you know, not to go off topic tonight. Going to the gospel.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 1. Wait for you guys to get there.
Through the Spirit.
Why you look like your sister, bro?
Oh, scary.
She didn't come front of me.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against the unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and manner of disease. So Christ himself gave his disciples the power to cast those demons out, right, through the spirit of Yahweh. Right? Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and to any of the city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs. For the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Read that again, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
That's right. I think it's pretty cool how they went to the like in the beginning, in Numbers, it was talking about the 12 tribes, like certain men from out of the 12 tribes. And then when you get in the New Testament, so-called New Testament, and it's in Matthew, he names out the 12 disciples. And I think most of their tribes, or a couple of their tribes. But I think that's cool how they coincide like that. Just to let you know, it's still about ethnic.
Ethnic what? Still about what?
About your lineage.
Ethnicity?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get these prayers done, and we'll let y'all go.
Mm-mm. You know, I'm just gonna wake her up. She might start crying during the prayers.
See if our calming voices can melody her. Don't you hear that earspace?
Yeah.
Just horrible people you guys are. It's not messing around. That's a girl. Stop. We can have 1,000 talks. Won't make me change my mind. All right, let's get some. Where's the prayer book? Mighty upon Jerusalem. I don't want that in the background. Everybody bow. This is start off how it's supposed to be. Let's see. All right, this is the Asherah. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house, but will still be praising thee, say loud. Happy is that people that's such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Alahai is Yahweh. I will extol thee, my Alahai, King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is Yahweh, worthy to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty, thy wondrous works, and men shall speak of thy might, of thy terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness. They shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh was gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, great mercies. Yahweh was good to all, his tender mercies over all his works. Thy kingdom is in Jerusalem. All thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom, talk of thy power, to make known to the sons of men his mighty acts, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. Bow down. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Thou openest thy hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works. Yahweh is nigh to all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry, will save them. Yahweh preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will be destroyed. My mouth shall speak of the praises of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. But we will bless the Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach. Amen.
Come.
Alright. It's the first three prayers of the Abada, Abuwa, Barak, Atah, Yahweh, Allah Hayyinahu, Allah Hayya, Bathinahu, Allah Hayya, Abraham, Allah Hayya, Itazaka, Allah Hayya, Wa, Allah, Sharia, Allah, one, Kasayam, Yahweh, Gun, Baraham, Orwa, Yahweh, or Taulam, Hau, Akaya, Yum, Omaya, Dawama, Baka, Ba, Awalam, Ya, Umakaya, Ra, Ta, Yahau, Akaya, Yum, for the workshop, Shem Yahau, Yahau, Ta, for the Yah, for Shaka, for the wash, walk at the washing, call, Yawum, Allah, Barak, Atah, Yahweh, Allah, Akadawash, bless you, Yahweh, our fathers, our Abraham, our Isaac, our Yaakov, Almighty power, Most High power, shows mercy, bless you, Yahweh, should of Abraham, you are mighty, forever. Yahweh, who exceeds the dead, who is comparable to you, King return, who caused death, who gives life, bless you, Yahweh, who gives life, to the dead, you are holy, Yahweh, name is holy, and the holy ones, every day, praise you, forever. Bless you, Yahweh, power with hope, Hashem, Yahushai, Mashiach, Amen.
A psalm for the Shabbat day. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh and to sing praises unto thy name, O time, to shoot forth thy loving kindness in the morning, thy faithfulness at night, upon an instrument of 10 strings and upon a palace upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in thy works of thy hands, Yahweh. How great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. The brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. My horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see my desire of my enemies. My ears shall hear wicked that rise against me. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Shall flourish about Alahaya. Still brings old age. Flourish that Yahweh is upright. Is my rock. There is no righteousness in him. Hallelujah. 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 Hashem. Yahushai. Mashiach. Amen. This is the Ayanau. It is our duty to praise the Master of all, to ascribe greatness to the author of creation, who has not made us like the nations of the lands, nor placed us like the families of the earth, who has not made our portion like theirs, nor our destiny like all their multitudes, for they worship vanity and impudence, and pray to a God who cannot save. But we bow in worship and thank the Supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be he who extends the heavens and establishes the earth, whose throne of glory is in the heavens above, and whose power's presence is in the highest of heights. He is our God, there is no other. Truly he is our King, there is none else. As it is written in his Torah, ye shall know and take to heart this day, that the Yahweh is Elohim in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is no other. Hallelujah. 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 Hashem. Hashem. Yahushai. Mashiach. Amen. Shema Asherah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shema, Asherah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shema, Yahshua, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shema, Yahshua, Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, good. Alright. It's not, I can't find it. More of the woman. Oh, yeah.
The Ten Commandments: love and love the neighbor, love Yahweh. Anya, Yahweh, Allahayika, Asherah, Hawatazah, Atika, Maratazah, Maratazayim, Mabarsiyim, La'ah, Yahaya, Lakah, Allahayim, Akarim, Apanya, La'ah, Da'asha, Lakah, Basol, Wala'ah, Ta'ibadam. La'ah, Korka, Hashem, Yahweh, Bashwa, Zakar, Ayawum, Ashbah, Lakadash, Kabad, Abaka, Wa, La'ah, Ratazah, La'ah, Na'ah, La'ah, Daganah, La'ah, Na'ah, Shakur, La'ah, Lakamad, Paul, Asherah, Ra'aika. First greatest commandments. Hear, Israel, Yahweh, our God, Yahweh is one. And I shall love Yahweh like thou with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with thy might. Second greatest commandments. Ra'aika la'ata, kuma la'ata, char'ath, banya amika, wa'abata, la ra'aika, kuma ka'ani, Yahweh. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Thou shalt love thy neighbor thyself. I am Yahweh. Alright. This is the Zechariah 1, Hasha'ah, memorial of the woman. Now, when Yahweh Shai was in Bethlehem, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman, having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for 300 pence 1 year's wages, and given to the poor. When Yahweh Shai understood, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon you. For ye have the poor always with you, but ye have not always. For that she has poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, whosoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also that this one that be done be told for a memorial of her. Hallelujah. 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 Hashem. Hashem. Yahshua. Yahshua. Mashiach.
And it's not.